boy. Woo! 8 days. It felt like forever.
8 years,
to be honest. It
really did.
How did we go through a whole 5-month stretch with no basketball, no update? How did we do that?
We're built different, Adam. Built
we
different.
were.
You know,
I'm soft now.
You know how we did it? We drafted zoo animals.
Yeah.
Zoo animals. That is a thing we did. What's up, everybody? Welcome into the pregame show. I know all the beautiful people out there feel exactly like I feel right now. Just like chomping at the bit to get back
Champing.
at this. Well, it could be either one. I think the more white-collar people would say champing, which
Sure,
you are. But me, a man of the people.
I'm literally
The
wearing a blue
proletariat.
collar.
I would never say champion.
You never would, huh? It's
Yeah,
too
no, it's just
normal.
like-
It's too white collar.
Yeah,
for me.
it's too white for you.
It's not white
Jeff's
collar.
never uttered that phrase in his
It's just
life.
like-
He
it's
never
too-
I don't even know
will.
what that means.
It's too
honestly.
British is what it is.
Dude, how
Champion,
funny is that we were we could just see how much we miss being here because here we haven't even introduced the panel yet. I got Harrison Nguyen in the house.
Yeah, I came with my post All-Star break haircut. Thanks for noticing, guys.
Look at that! Holy cow!
Thanks
it's always,
for noticing.
It's always on point. I feel like you're almost like he doesn't need a haircut. It's just
Oh,
his
I
hair
needed one.
naturally
I needed
is just
one.
perfect at all times. A man who hides behind a hat. It's Eric.
Is that right? That means I've been hiding literally every day of my life.
Do you know though when you wore that coat last time and you're like nobody make the joke that you can't see me? Literally the entire we had 30 comments that were like, "Where was Eric?"
Yeah, I know.
I loved it. It was
did
great.
that?
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
it again.
If anybody makes that joke, I'm going to block you.
Keep making the joke. He has no access to the controls. He's out of the loop. And then over here, I got Superstar Dev.
I think it's hilarious when the person who needs a haircut says they didn't need a haircut.
Yeah.
Harrison knew he needed a haircut. So believe him when he says he needed a haircut. If the person says it, then believe it. I'm ready to be back.
Yeah, man. Hey, we got the Nuggets in Sacramento here. The first of what we all consider to be 6 games they should be favored in. Sacramento Kings always tough.
Yeah.
But we already got a super chat. Man, I hate when people do this. I'm not going to read it because I'm not going to jinx it. I'm just not doing it. This is Smuggett's territory. I appreciate the money.
I'll say it. Premeditator lounge vibes.
Premeditated winner's lounge vibes.
He almost did it.
We're a little rusty after the All-Star break.
What did I say? Did I not say premeditated?
I don't know
It's
what you
the
said.
whole word.
Well, I left one of the words out intentionally.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Premeditated lounge vibes.
All right, he did it. We're also going to talk about the West. I mean, we're at the All-Star break. This is the spiritual halfway point, even though it's not really halfway. We're just going to talk about, okay, where's Denver stack up for real out West? By the way, have you guys looked at power ranking? Everybody does power rankings over the All-Star break.
Yeah.
So the Nuggets were 5th in one. I saw the Nuggets. That was not the West in all of the NBA, and I was like, wow.
Was that 538's player ratings that just love the Nuggets?
They just rank up the Nuggets like
That
this.
was whoever puts Will Barton's money line or his points.
Yeah, always up so high.
Super high.
We're also going to play a clip, guys. I don't know unless you've been living under a rock. You guys know Bones Hyland is going to be on tomorrow. It's not even on the show. He is the show tomorrow. We're only entering the interview that Eric and I did.
Yep.
With Bones Hyland.
Brought out our biggest guns when it comes to journalistic integrity.
Yeah.
Exactly. We had to do it.
You
We
don't
had
have
to
to
do
be
it.
living under a rock. There just has to be some type of technology issue. That's all you need, actually, to not know that Bones is on the show.
Yeah. Dev was supposed to be on with us. He's quite bitter about it. He's very salty. It's his own fault. No one feels bad for him.
Check your work emails, people. It can pay off. No, it was a fancy. Another super chat, man.
Super
People
chat.
Man, if the Nuggets win tonight, man, the super chats are going to be going
it's
crazy.
gonna be that day.
It's going to be that day. No, but the Bones will play a clip for you. It's a really short clip, but I think it'll get you hyped. It was. I don't want to overhype it, but it was a perfect interview. It was literally perfect. Yeah, it was flawless.
It's the greatest thing ever to grace airwaves, internet.
I was in a funk.
You were
As a person, as a human.
I know, I've
As a
encountered
person.
you, but
You
then
saw
and
how
today,
I was?
yeah.
And then I interviewed Bones, and I just went up to 10. And then, of course, at the end of the show, Dev, please make us some money. Please make us some
Who
money.
actually won the giggle off? Was it D-Line or
Definitely,
find out,
it was
dude.
definitely D-line.
Just 30 minutes of D-line and Bones giggling.
Listen, I got to tell you, as joyful the player and the image that Bones is, actually telling him a joke and watching him laugh was amongst the most giggle-inducing things I've ever done in my entire life.
So stupid. I do want to remind everybody that on March 26th, we are going to be taking a party bus right here from the DNVR Bar to watch the Nuggets smack down the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
Will it be Jamal Murray's return? Some people are speculating it might be. And wouldn't you kick yourself if you do not participate with us? Guys, this is honestly Our party buses are so much fun, and this one gets even better. Like we learned some things from the last one to make it even better. We may have.
We're gonna fill the bus with gas this time.
We're gonna fill it with gas.
No one has to push.
Yeah.
With laughing gas.
We may have free beverages actually for everybody on the bus. I don't want to spoil it. It's not Marco's bathtub rakia. It's like maybe some ranch riders. We'll find out.
Ooh.
All right, let's get into this, guys. Game notes.
All right,
Nuggets in Sacramento.
Let's get into this. We've got some injury news before I get into what Michael Malone said pregame. Big injury news for the Kings. Huge injury news.
Oh my God, Rashawn
Holmes is out.
What? Honest to God, I feel way better.
Yeah.
I feel so much better.
He's kind of
Is he okay? I don't want to celebrate like if it's like he
I'm
broke.
not sure
think
the
he's
exact
okay.
injury.
He's been
but-
already injured, and he's coming back from an injury that
Not
he's
quite
playing,
back
like,
yet.
not multiple. Like,
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's not an actual injury. We're not celebrating actual injuries. We're celebrating the fact that he's not playing.
He's
tonight.
not
The
playing.
thing about Rashawn Holmes is he's kind of been getting phased out of the rotation with Sabonis there.
Really? This
His
is
playing
insane.
time's just been drastically cut.
Wow.
But he's out tonight. We don't want to celebrate this. Zeke Naji is out as well.
Oh man,
knee
what's up?
soreness.
Knee soreness, huh?
He must be like me, and now that it's cold, his knee just hurts for no good reason.
It's actually bilateral knee soreness.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
That's
does
probably
that
what
just
Eric
mean
has.
both of his knees
Also,
or sore?
Zeke is young. Eric is not.
I don't know why you had to hit that so hard. But, you're not wrong.
It would be interesting if the Nuggets start just putting really ambiguous injury reports up.
Well, DeMarcus Cousins had gastroenteritis
yeah.
or whatever that word was.
Yeah,
And then he played on it, powered through.
yeah. There you go. Well, that's interesting that Zeke's out.
Well, it's interesting because DeMarcus Cousins is not under contract.
That's right. Nuggets
He's
be
not
small.
officially a Denver Nugget even right now.
Right.
And the Kings have been playing a little small, but they're playing Sabonis at center. So, I mean, it's a really good player that Denver's got to guard in the front court. So, could be interesting.
Do we have any insight as to why the deal for DeMarcus Cousins has not been done?
The only insight I can share is that I'm told it's nothing concerning. There's not like a it's not going to happen or it's something bad. It's just so that's what I'm told.
Yeah.
Some kind of
wanna pay
method.
him
to
Other
the
than
madness.
that, though.
Okay.
Yeah. What else do you have for us here, Harrison? Michael Malone pregame?
Let's see. Michael Malone pregame. Look, he's back in Sacramento. His previous employer for 1.5 years.
He loves to reflect on that.
Loves to reflect on that and loves to, just throw a little shot here and there
course.
at the Sacramento Kings. He was talking about just his Nuggets tenure. He's been in Denver for 7 seasons. There aren't a lot of coaches that have been with one team for 7 seasons in the NBA right now. And he said that a lot of owners probably would have fired him after he lost Game 82 in 2018 and missed the playoffs in his first 3 straight seasons here. But the Nuggets didn't. And he said, I'm very thrilled to be working with an owner like Josh Kroenke.
He just loves it, man. Yeah. He's just like, hey, I'm here in Sacramento. I just want to opine on the horrible ownership and culture they have here and be thankful for my new one.
He goes down a list. In 2015, we drafted Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
That first game, I still remember it. And then 2016, got a little better, and then we made the playoffs. And he loves reflecting on his Nuggets.
You know what
rise.
I really do love? I love the fact that they have the Kings on a back-to-back, basically, because I really do think that this is a week that gets into Michael Malone's head, just because it's a team that he used to play, coach for. The
love this
Nuggets
take.
also don't have success against this team as of late. I don't know if it's bad luck or what it is, or if he overcoaches in these situations, but for him to have to go against them back-to-back, get that week out of the way and then go on with your season.
I can see it.
Yeah, I'm just glad, as RK has named him, the float goat is not playing.
The float goat.
The float goat out tonight. I love it. Malone has to be beaming from ear to ear. You're right. We just always lose against the squad. We need this.
Yeah. Last 6 games before the break, Nuggets were 5-1. They were 8th in offense and 8th in defense. So that's, about par for where they want to be, top 10 in each. And remember earlier in the season when the Nuggets just couldn't hit a shot?
I do.
The first couple months of the season, they were one of the worst 3-point shooting teams. think they're up to 12th in 3-point percentage now.
Nice.
And with that, the offense has taken off.
Yeah.
Top 10 offense without Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. So how they were playing before the break, Michael Malone wants to see that continued tonight.
I would also. I mean, really is these 6 games are just so important. I think this might be the toughest of the 6, to be honest with you. One, it's on the road. Maybe the Portland one, but not really. Portland's pretty decimated. So this one, to me, is a real tone center. And you mentioned Richaun Holmes. He is a nugget killer. But Sabonis has had good games against Yoke.
Yeah.
For whatever, and I don't think he's a guy Yoke can't handle, but for some reason he just hasn't.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious to see how Jokic approaches that matchup tonight.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how Jokic comes out of the All-Star break, because yesterday at practice he didn't seem like he was in a great mood, but I'm expecting him to come out and be dominant. I feel like if you're a star player, you come out of the All-Star break, your team is looking to make a move over the stretch run of the season. You got to set the tone. So I'm looking for him to do that tonight.
The guy I think might struggle tonight is Bones Hyland. In large part because he's going up against Davion Mitchell, one of the best defenders in all of the NBA. That's
Off
a
night.
really tough. His nickname is Off Night. That's a really tough defensive assignment. And then you talk about, like, this is, once again, going back to the old lineup, the old bench unit without Zeke Naji there, without DeMarcus Cousins. So I don't know. That bench unit worries me. The Nuggets win when their bench plays well. That's just as simple as that. And I'm not sure the bench is going to play well.
The Nuggets win if the bench is like a -5.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we say that every time the Nuggets bench is like a -2, it's actually a +8.
Yeah.
Because they are an assumed -10.
That's an assumed, yeah. Is
Yeah.
there anybody else, Dev, that you're kind of keyed in on tonight? Key player?
Really, I really think that matchup with Jokic versus Sabonis is like super big, just because I feel like Sabonis is like the little Jokic. So like I'm sure that he's gonna play up to it. This is also like a challenge for him against, like one of the key matchups in the entire league. So he's gonna have to prove himself. So I think this is a game that he's gonna get up for. Also, I think that with no Nuggets killer on the other end, Aaron Gordon's going to have a matchup that he gets to roam free and actually has to try to set the tone for himself. So maybe he reevaluates the All-Star break and he tries to get himself going. So I'm expecting like a big Aaron Gordon type of night. So I think that's like my key matchups.
Yeah. I'm just looking for the Nuggets in general. Like, I want to see this break to sort of change some of that heaviness that we were. I mean, which is that natural human behavior thing. You just are approaching some time off. You get that feeling of like Will Barton, especially. He could not have looked worse going into the break. Jokic looked tired. A lot of players. Aaron Gordon looked tired. So I'm hoping like this time off, we get that reinvigoration, the refresh. We saw Monte Morris on a yacht somewhere, maxing and relaxing.
Probably in Miami.
Champagning
Just
and
taking
campaigning.
a wild guess.
Yeah, seeing Al Harrington while at the whatever. This guy knows
He was
everybody.
networking.
He was
DY.
networking. He's never stops networking. So I just want to see like the Nuggets come out and be like, okay, all right, like first part of the season over. Now let's go stretch run. Let's lock in.
I'm with Dev on this one. I want to see Aaron Gordon. I want to see Will Barton, and to a certain extent Monte Morris, because to me those are the 3 guys that just didn't look. It's not they look hurt. They just didn't look. They look like they needed a week off. And I'm just curious to see, does Aaron Gordon come out tonight and dominate his matchup? Offensively as much as defensively, he'll have a tough defensive assignment as well with Harrison Barnes. So that's what I want to see. And then obviously Will Barton has been very up and down. But if he's well rested and ready for the upswing, Denver's just a better team. So that's what I'm looking at. Let's segue now into the Western Conference. So here we are at the break. And you start to look at, okay, the Nuggets are on the rise a little bit, some exciting things on the horizon. But what about the West power? I'll go ahead and give my top 2, and you guys can say if anybody disagrees. I think the Phoenix Suns are far and away the number 1 team, and I think the Golden State Warriors are far and away the number 2 team. Currently, Warriors without Draymond, it's almost like it doesn't count. When they're healthy, I'm going to go Phoenix 1, Golden State 2, and they're almost going to be like this when they're both healthy, in my opinion, like super, super close. Does anybody else have an argument against it?
Yes and no. So something just happened that's coming across our wire. So first off, the Suns do not have Chris Paul, which I think changes them entirely.
For
I think
sure,
he's been
does.
like really, truly like an MVP type of candidate.
I
for
agree.
the entire year, And they're going to be missing him for quite some time now.
Yeah.
And that's like not like an estimate. Like that's actually what they're saying. They're going
like
to be
6
missing
weeks
him.
or something,
So
yeah.
now they have to like evolve. They have to change. I think they have one of the younger Holiday brothers to go with that. So like that's just itself. Draymond Green, he's going to come back. Like we know that he's on the way back. So I do think that the Warriors are up there. When he's there, they're a completely different team. They're really good. Memphis Grizzlies, John Morant just got hurt.
When?
Just now.
Are you serious?
That's what was coming across the wire.
Just now. That's what came across the wire. And it looks like a hamstring injury.
Wow.
Because I know that that's what we're going to pivot to next because they're a team that's playing really well.
Yeah.
He's also looked like an MVP candidate. He's not there. This becomes a window for the Nuggets to actually like just try to jump up or catapult into the season because there's 3 teams that are clearly above them that are now dealing with their own set of injuries. So, like, that changes a lot of things. The opportunity is right now for the Nuggets, and that's without their guys. They don't have their guys right now, and the idea is that they're supposed to come back. We don't know when, but, we don't want to speculate on when, but there's help on the way, and the Nuggets have looked really well. This game becomes a little bit more important. You get to go into a series where this is one of their toughest stretches of the season, but they've also been playing pretty well. So maybe they go on some more wins or they try to get some type of momentum going for them on the season. So big
wild.
opportunity for them right now that just opened up.
That's wild. I mean, this is what every season in the NBA comes down to. It's who can stay healthy.
It's really who gets injured at the right time.
It's
Yeah.
true. I mean, truly.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing about the NBA. Like every player, the weight of every player's importance in the NBA is so much greater than any other league because there's only ever 5 guys on the court at any given time. You lose one player that is integral to what it is you do, it changes absolutely everything. Like that's wild. If Ja is hurt in a meaningful way and Chris Paul is hurt in a meaningful way, and like we just watched the Nuggets beat Golden State, like
Right.
So, man, that's wild.
In hamstrings, like even if they're not a big deal, they're still a big deal. Like a hamstring is one of those.
thing's up
Like
forever.
Aaron Gordon's been dealing with a hamstring for a year. Honestly, he's been dealing with one for a year. It's just it's the way it is, man. I pulled a hamstring. I think I've told this story before, but that's my only injury I ever had in college, and it was the same thing. Like, didn't miss that much time game wise, but it was the whole season. I felt it every game. Like, man,
It was like weird. It was like a hammy, but also his hip. He's holding his hip the
That's not
entire
good.
time. And he also holds himself
man.
off. It looks like a hip injury.
Are you
all right.
Are you just watching a game?
He's just channeling the news that's coming
you,
across
like-
the wire.
How much? What are you getting from the wire? Like we're actually on
This wire is
I really
incredible.
feel like we're like supposed to be paying attention. That's part of like I seen what was coming next,
All right.
and things like that.
All right.
It's
All right.
a hamstring. I mean, it's a hip.
I mean, you just have a lot of
Memphis-
details on this. That's
All right, what about
interesting.
this? Memphis or Utah? Memphis or Utah?
with or without Ja.
It's let's just pretend Ja's there.
Oh, Memphis.
Memphis, no question.
Even though I think I'm a little higher on Utah than
I'm-
a lot of people.
I got Utah, Memphis. Memphis, I think, is a great regular season story, and I think they'll be very good in the
I think both
playoffs.
are regular season type teams,
Yeah.
but I think I'm going to go Utah. They just have they have more success for a longer duration. Like Memphis has been good this year, right now, and it's because they have a really really good basketball player.
Yeah, but the thing is that Utah has an absolute fatal flaw. Like if a team plays small against them, they're dead.
Memphis
Yeah.
isn't going to play small, though. That's the thing.
They don't play small. Well, we're
got
not talking about
Adams
necessarily
and
head to head.
JJJ.
Like how would
Yeah,
each
yeah.
team match up
Yeah.
against another? It's just I see Utah as a fatally flawed
Do
squad.
any of you think Denver should be in the top 4 out west right now?
Should be?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I think
below.
the Nuggets have
No,
been
we're
about
blessed
as
to be
good
where
as
we
they
are.
could
Yeah.
have been.
So, all right, is Dallas, Denver, or Minnesota next in your guys' mind? How would you put that order, Harrison?
After Utah at
Yeah.
4. I think Denver and Dallas are pretty equal.
Okay.
I don't really get. I know Dallas has been great defensively. I just don't really get the fascination with the Mavs.
Luka's really good.
It's
That's
Luka.
it.
I mean,
and they have a
they
defense.
they have only been 1.5 games better than the Nuggets, so it's pretty negligible.
Right.
They're pretty much the same. Like, I don't think Dallas is any better than the Nuggets.
I'm on the same thing. I just you really just don't see it coming the exact same way. Also, I just feel like when you look at both teams, the Nuggets have the advantage. They have the best player in that type of series. Luka's really good, but he's not Nikola Jokic. And he's not going to carry you through a playoff series and get everyone else around him playing at that type of level.
Yeah, it's true. Like Dallas is like Denver is right now, which is one transcendent player and a bunch of other guys that sort of fill in around him. They have like some reasonable pieces, but there's not like one other guy you look to. You're like, oh, that's the guy. I mean, it used to be Porzingis. Nuggets right now have Jokic and nobody else, but that's because our best guys are hurt.
Yeah, but they also have Aaron Gordon.
Yeah,
you're right.
Memphis, Dallas does not have Aaron Gordon. They just don't have that person.
Kind of. I mean, they've got guys.
Who's that guy though? For
Brunson's been fantastic this year.
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson's been great. He's
a
having a great
backup
year.
point guard, and they added Spencer Dinwiddie to take away
that's a weird
from
one.
Porzingis.
You know, this is the worst power rankings ever because our power rankings are literally the standings. So we did a great job here. There's no controversy. We just went in order. That's how it. Maybe that is how it is. Maybe like this.
What do you want from us?
I want a hot take, Eric.
All right, fine. Dallas sucks. Let's go.
There we go. Guys, we got to interview Bones Hyland yesterday, and it was great. And I want you guys to be so excited for it. It's about a 20-minute interview, all told, and it'll air tomorrow at 2:30. No show tomorrow. We had a bunch of shows. If you missed earlier this week, a lot of evergreen content from the podcast earlier this week, so you can go back and check those episodes out, including a roundtable where we had people from all different markets over. But to preview the Bones Hyland interview, I put together a little clip that I like, just as a little tease. Like it's like the tiniest little,
a little
like when you go to a
amuse-bouche.
fancy restaurant and they give you the tiniest appetizer. It's like
An
one.
amuse-bouche.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's
I've
like,
never been to a fancy restaurant.
Yeah, like what are you even talking about? An amuse-bouche is where the chef will put together one bite that gives you a sense of the meal to come.
Oh, wow. Mouge bouche. Here's a mouge bouche for you.
Yes, we hit on this quickly before we went on, but I'm curious what you think about the nickname I've come up for you, which is literally Dame Lillard. Do you have thoughts on that, or does it strike you in a way like it does me?
75. Yeah, that's a good name. You know, he's your top 75 player. You know, I show my appreciation to guys like him who set the foundation before me.
Yeah.
And if you go back to the game we played them at Trailblazers at the Nuggets facility, I went off that game and I had stared Damian Lillard down, and I'm like, you know, I'm letting him know that I'm next. You know, I'm letting him know. And I know the next game we played them in Portland. I didn't play. I had rolled my ankle. Man, he went off. He went off, yo. I could tell he was looking for me on the court because I stared him down when we played him in Denver. I was staring him down. I was letting him know, like, listen, Dame, I'm next.
I love this so much.
You do that. So, like, when you get layups, almost every time, you turn to the flex.
Like I show him, you know, I told you I ain't a big guy, but I got one of the biggest hearts out there, though. Like, I'm not going to let nobody, like, tell me I'm too small, tell me I'm little. Like, you're going to really have to throw me down a million times, you know, and even if you still throw me a million times, I'm going to get back up and show you that I'm not little. So that's how I always been. I grew up in a tough environment. That's what made me. That's how I got the name Bones, and that's, like, something I stand on. Even though my name Bones, like, it's not the bones where you just going to crush, you know. You got these real solid bones that you got to real deal try to break, you know.
It's not the bones you're going to crush.
I know.
It's not the type of bones you're going to crush. I love that line.
Not bone crusher.
Not a bone man. That's not like that.
Like
man.
I'm built with bones that will crush.
Yeah, totally. Oh, yeah. I have crushed
Like,
several bones.
Oh, well, just like, you know, like calcium deficiencies, things like that.
Oh, really?
Not bones, though.
You ever broke a bone?
Yes.
Which one?
I broke my right wrist the first game of my high school career.
What a bummer.
Yeah. Kind of set the tone for the rest of my basketball career.
There you go. You ever break a bone?
Yes.
Which one?
Left leg.
Really? A leg?
Yes.
Which one? Well, the leg. There's not a leg bone. Like there's bones in the leg. What bone was
Like
it?
the lower part of
The lower bone. Okay.
Shattered.
Yeah. Is that tibia and fibia? I think maybe
The fib tib.
The fib tib. Do you ever break a bone?
I've fractured one bone. It was my right forearm.
No.
Radius or the ulna?
The ulna.
Yeah, the ulna.
The
It's a tough
ulna.
one.
The ulna is built to break, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Shitty
that.
bone.
This
you know?
one you can
Just so
still see
weak.
it makes like a weird dip right there. Broke both of those ones right in half. That was bad. I broke this one too, and this wrist. So I've had a lot of broken bones.
I thought
in my
your
day.
only injury was a hamstring.
Well, that in college. My only injury was
okay.
as a
College,
child, I was getting
college.
crushed everywhere.
Right.
Bones, though, man, he was fantastic. I'm telling you, like the interview's honestly like that for 20 minutes. His
Yeah,
energy's
man.
just great. He's just telling stories. I love that you bring up Lillard. He starts talking trash to him, and like,
Yeah, it was awesome. I thought he'd be like, well, I mean, when I asked him if he thought like the nickname, literally Dame Lillard.
he's like, I like it other than I killed him. I murdered him when we played.
Really, like whenever you hear Bones, like it's straight energy. Like
It is.
everything about it, you can't root against a guy like that. Like every single part of him is just like all energy, like high, like you root for a guy like that that's just going to talk in that type of way. He believes in himself. He brings that type of energy into the world. So for you guys to be able to interview him and just keep that type of energy the entire way, it made you guys better people. I'm more excited than I've ever seen
gotta
before.
say, like,
I didn't
you've
know if
been
it was
nice-
because we were back, me and Harrison were
No,
back.
it can't be that.
You've been
No,
nicer to me all day.
it's
Maybe
because
it's
of that.
because I've got that after Bones glow.
That's what I'm saying,
I think
man.
that's fair.
I knew that you guys got haircuts. I knew it.
All right.
I
Let's,
also got a haircut.
let's
Nobody
make
cares.
some money here on the
Let's do
DraftKings
it.
Sportsbook app. Let's open it up and let's have Dev bestow upon us some money.
Oh, it's time to make some money.
Oh,
I'm just gonna
an
tell you.
NBA profit boost? Let me find out what I got. What did I got? It doesn't tell you.
I got a 50%. It's a same game parlay boost.
Also, apparently, John Morant's already back in the game, even though
Dev's
Dev buried him.
What happened?
Dude, you got to check that wire, man.
I'm sitting here like, man, what a bummer. John, he's back.
Whatever, bro.
Dev's career in beat reporting
this.
short-lived.
The Nuggets
I
got
look
into the
bad.
game.
He was grabbing his back.
This has ramifications for the rest of the Western Conference.
I don't want to say it was a spine injury, but it looked like it.
I'm just telling you what I've seen. I'm just telling you what I've seen. Nuggets coming to the game as 4-point favorites against a team that they have struggled with mightily.
Oh, don't do it.
The Nuggets are going to win this game.
Easy.
Are we?
There you go.
Yes.
The Nuggets are going to win this game. And they're going to win by more than 4.
Really? We're
Yes.
taking the 4?
I'm not
I'm
taking
not taking that.
Yeah,
I'm telling
it's
you
what's
what's
going to
happening.
happen. You
They're
can-
going to win. I'm not taking it myself, but I
Okay.
just really do believe in them. And also, they understand. I got traded. Whatever. I think that they're going to come back and they're going to realize. I think this is a different type of Nuggets team. They're not just excited to be there. They know that they're the team that teams are chasing. They also understand that they're down people. They have to take every game serious. When they go into New York, they're not just joking around and excited to be there. They're the ones that are there for business trips. I think this is another business trip for the Nuggets.
Okay.
So I do think that the Nuggets are going to win this game. How are they going to win? They're going to go through their big guy every single time. That's the guy that they put the ball in their hands and make things happen. Usually I think that Jokic is passive. He wants to make sure others get involved. He understands what he has, and it's an opportunity. He is going to score in this game. They have Jokic's scoring up this game. I think he's going to get it. 28 and a half.
Man, that's wild.
He's going to score over 28.
Ooh, I
28
love
and a
it.
half.
Do you like that?
Yo, that's
huge
wild.
line, man.
Dude,
He's going to do it.
I feel
Sabonis
like-
is not a defender. He's a good player
But here's
on the
the-
offensive end.
Here's the flaw in this logic: is if Jokic goes off for points-wise, he probably won't play the fourth.
No, it's going to be a close game. This is going to be a close game regardless. And it's going to go through him. The Nuggets do not have Bones. I mean, they don't have Boogie Cousins in this game. He is going to be the backup
All right.
option.
All right.
So we're going to go to 28 and a half points. I just really do like
All
it.
right, all right,
with
all
that.
right. You got your lock, brother.
We're going to go with Will Barton. They think that Will Barton's going to score 15 and a half. Dev does not. We're going to go under 15 and a half
Oh, my
points.
God.
And it's nothing against Will Barton. I think that he's a good player. He's a guy that I root for. I think he's going to pass the ball. I don't see him scoring every single time. I'm going to go with Barton under in points.
Okay.
While his points are down, I think that Aaron Gordon's points are going to be up. Not only do I think his points are going to go up, I think that his points, rebounds, and assists is
All right.
too low.
Okay.
25 and a half, which is higher for Aaron Gordon, but they realize the type of opportunity that they have. I'm going to lock in.
Whoa!
Wow.
Aaron
Lock?
I
Gordon,
wasn't ready for that.
points, rebounds, and assists, 25 and a half. I really do like it.
All right.
I know that this is not a popular bet, so you guys can plug your ears. We're going to for sure lock in De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, get out of our lives.
They have his
dude.
points, rebounds, and assists at 34 and a half. They're giving you money. Take it. Just take it.
oh my
He's
God.
going to score. He's going to score at least 30. So points, rebounds, and assists at 34 and a half. Just lock it in. And we're just going to finish off the night with De'Aaron Fox, points, rebounds, and assists.
Wow. Unbelievable.
What a terrible segment.
Eric, should we build a single game parlay?
Yes,
Yes.
because
I need it.
we get the bonus, right?
We get the bonus on it? All right.
So my current favorite thing to bet on is Bryn Forbes 3-point shots.
Okay, I'm down.
I'm going to start with him. I'm going to give him 2.
Really?
Ooh.
His
I'm going to give him 1.
his line is 1.5 is minus 145. But in the context of a same game parlay, just saying 2 for Bryn Forbes. I just love the confidence he's playing with now. He's coming off of screens. The one thing that's, I guess, maybe working against that is that there's no Boogie Cousins. Boogie helps to spring Bryn Forbes.
He does.
I'm doing down to 1.
Yeah, I might go down to 1 now that
I'm
as I'm
maybe
talking
going
through
1.
there. And then we got to go Jokic rebounds. I mean, who's opposing
12.5.
rebound?
All right.
Who's opposing? I guess Domantas Sabonis.
He rebounds very well.
You're right, but Jokic is better. I mean, he's a.
You can take Jokic rebounds. Oh man,
It's not like 15.
man.
But in the context of the same game parlay, I'm going to say
13
over
plus in
13
the
and a
same
half.
game parlay.
Wow.
Literally, I'm just taking those 2. Bryn Forbes, 2 3-pointers made, over 13 and a half. Nikola Jokic rebounds. That puts us at plus 170. Plus, there's a bonus tonight.
Well, there you go. I'm in, even though I do not at all buy this profit boost. 50% profit boost. Okay, I'll take it. Whatever. Throwing a little tiny cash on it. You know what? I could lose a little more money if I hit this one. I have no faith in it, but you know
Why?
what?
Which part are you feeling bad about?
Thanks for tuning in. We missed you all. We'll be back. Oh, we got a super chat. Another one. He says, "Count your jinx." Last interruption. Sorry, D-Line.
I know you kind of screwed me on that one
Why?
because he was the one that paid to say
Oh, okay. All right.
winners left.
Oh no! Get us out of here, Kel. Hurry!
Get us out of here.
Bar's popping.